everyone, welcome back. So to be continued with the video that I unboxed my bare-rooted apple trees, Cox Pimpins orange and cherry trees, and together with other two Washington navel orange. So I will put the I will try to edit this video, just very follow that video, so you guys feel very easy, just to check it out or just follow my videos. So first I want to plant the cherry tree in the ground first. So here is a garden bed. If you remember, like this area, it was or it's in the middle of my backyard garden bed actually, and this area here, like I create last year. First, I thought that I gonna just go like just dump all the compound pots or right in the middle of garden bed. At the end, I feel a little bit messy, and because I want to tie up as well. So my father-in-law he just like helped me to put all like one layer of the brick down at the bottom first, all the way around, and after that he just put all the very thick timber layer around it. So at the end now they raised garden bed, but also we can say that it is no dig garden bed as well, because I just dumped the compost tray in there. I didn't dig the grass or weeds or whatever in there, but I only recommend it if you don't have a very aggressive weeds or aggressive grass, especially the couch grass. It's just horrible because the runners just go everywhere. But anyway, so and there a while that I did planted a lot of fruit tree in this garden bed as well. I still have two trees. These what is it? They are nashi pear. Let me come a little bit closer. Let me show you. These are nashi pear. You can see this is dwarf variety called Koshui nashi pear. And can you see the tusk? By the way. Anyway, another one is here. Let me show you. The other one is called Joruro. This also dwarf as well. This guy will pollinate for each other. Yeah, and I did plant, I think, maybe 2 plum tree in here and 1 cherry tree as well. At the end, I moved them, very shady, I'm sorry. At the end, I moved them to the other yard, or the other side of my yard. I think that over there. So now I got the spot. So I already planted 1 tiny little seasoning of the apricot tree. Let me show you. This one from the neighbor, because 3 years ago she gave me 1 tiny little tree like this, and after 3 years it produced beautiful apricot fruit. So it's easy in my front yard, and I thought that I want another apricot tree as well. I do have another one, the grafted one. Down here, can you see this tree? This tree is I think Moore Park apricot that I planted I think 3 years ago, and last year or a few months ago it was like summer actually, and we tasted the first fruit on this tree, and the fruits were nice, but the one that they produce from the seasoning trees that my neighbor gave me, we love the fruits better. So anyway, so that's why I'm tempted to plant another seasoning of apricot here. And I got one more spot here. So this spot, I put a stick here because a while ago I did planted a lot of daffodil in the whole area actually. So I just marked the spot here. So I try to avoid not to plant the daffodil too close to the stick there, because that spot I want to plant the cherry tree. So this cherry tree, I soak it overnight. So in the last video, I did mention to you I'm gonna soak them for a few hours. But at the end, I didn't have time to finish the project, and I left the fruit tree to soak overnight. You can keep your fruit tree in the water or on the seaweed solution for few days actually. But if you don't have time, or your garden not ready for them, you can heal them up actually, and that's where you can keep them for several months. But make sure you have to water them. But anyway, go back to cherry tree. So it been soaked in the tub for the overnight and for the whole afternoon as well. I think it's very hydrated, and you can see some the green buds here. Can you see the green bud here. I'm not sure you can see, but anyway, the bud is getting green. So that is exciting. Down over here as well. Here, this spot as well. So I'm going to like dig the hole right to the spot I just show you here. I dig the hole. The soil is going to be very nice and loose. I'm going to add a little bit of the potting mix, premium potting mix right in the holes, and then I just back here fill with all the rest of the compost and everything here all together. Yeah. Anyway, let's get started. Look at that. Can you see all the worm there? Oh, lots of them. Lots of them. Alright guys, so first I thought that I'm gonna add some premium potting mix into the hole, but I decided I'm not gonna add any potting mix because I see that the soil is not too rich, you know, because I don't want to give you know too much of compost to the area of the root bone of the plants, because I want, you know, the tree kind of like sucking down the nutrients down there as well. So I just dig the hole, and you see I have very good, you know, soil underneath here, so I'm not going to add anything else. And on the soil on the top, they are not soil actually, they are old mushroom compost I topped the very thick layer a while ago. So I'm going to position the tree, so make sure you kind of happy where I mean the side or the way of the tree facing. So before you want to backfill the root bone of the plant. So here the grafted area, you don't want to bury the grafted area. So I'm going to kind of like bury all the way around here actually. So the grafted area of the cherry tree just around 5 centimeters above the soil level. So I already made the mound down here, so I just let the root bone or the root of the cherry tree just sit on top of that and try to spread the root of the tree out as well. You don't want all the roots to stay together in one clump or one area, and then you just backfill it actually. Yeah, so anyway, I think it is good position. I'm going to backfill it. Do you know what I own this? I think own this dahlia branches I cut down a while ago. Like well, I think early winter when I chopped my dahlia bush down. Now they're starting, you know, decompose. I just try to trim this tree down a little bit, so the root of the plant will like when it tuck in, and then when you know when if windy or gusty, and then the root bone of the plant can hold tight together with the soil, and then it have a chance, you know, to leaning over. So with the bare rooted fruit tree, always you keep them moist, and so I won't let them, or yeah, let it trim and plus my other apple tree to dry out. Alright, 2 containers here, they are not large, around 30 centimeter width, I think. Not big at all, but anyway, so I just use premium potting mix, osmosis coat over there, and I fill kind of less than halfway of the potting mix down there, and I'm going, of course, they looking like the mound already, actually. So I'm going to put the tree, or the root bone of the tree, just sit on top of those, actually, and backfill. So you think that the container might be small to grow them in container, but as I mentioned, they just stay here only for a few months anyway. Can you see I kind of let the wood bone spreading out right in the middle here and just sit on top of the hill that or at the mouth that I just made. Okay, just like this. And I try to put it in the center of the container if possible, but it doesn't matter if you can't do it because in the future, if you grow your tree in the container, when you repot them, and you can, positioning them again anyway. All right. I do find that mulching in the summer is necessary, especially the fruit tree, so you don't have to water your tree as often. At least you can get away a few more days between the watering. And if you grow them in the container to the large container if possible, not so much when they are as bare watered, but of course when they're getting bigger, you definitely need to plant them in a large container if possible. I recommend the large one like 80 centimeter or 80 liter or 100 liter. Nowadays I can find them very easy in Bunnings actually. So I hope that the area that where you live, you can find those containers as well. All right, I think I positioning it kind of the center. Do you think so? Yeah, definitely off the center, but that's okay. I leave a little bit gap here because I want to top up a thick layer of the mushroom compost I have. All right, one done, another one. You can just hold the plant and tap it down as well. Like that, and then the soil kind of work around the roots there to filling the gap. Hi, welcome back. So actually today is the next day. So I finished planting the apple trees and the cherry tree, and after that I did some other work as well. And I thought that I'm gonna give you the update or show you what they look like now, especially the apple trees. So the apple tree I just moved them into this corner here. You remember this area in my backyard, and the wonderful garden bed here. I got the garlic and. The other side here, this is the apples planters. That's my father-in-law. He replaced the old planter for me for like 3 apple planters. So they really really falling apart actually. But anyway, so for the 2 container of the apple trees, they are just here. I put the mushroom compost on them, and they look nice and tucked away there. And I will keep an eye on them. So at the beginning, I said to you that I'm not gonna trim those branches any further. But actually, after I look at them, and yeah, I just thought they would be better if I just trim those little branches here down a little bit, because they look quite spindly. They don't look, like super large branches. Like this is my apple tree. Do you see the branch is much larger than that? But these are over 3 years old. But anyway, yeah, I feel it could be better for me to trim them a little bit. Always trim them. I mean, when the tree is too young, of course you don't want to trim them too much, But this one not too bad. So I'm gonna give this tree just very lightly prune. I think before they already prune it down for me here. You can see that to ship to me, but I'm gonna trim them a little bit further. And always apple tree normally they go a little bit like column shape, and the same for the pear as well. Always better to kind of open the center a little bit. In the past here, let me show you my apple tree. I did open, in the center of the tree here. Yeah, and of course sometimes you have to sacrifice, large branches to keep it, the nice open in the center, because the sun can shine in and help your fruit get sweeter. And the same for the tree as well. Let me show you. This is the Fuji that I have it on the fruit I show you in the video. You can see in the center here, I cut it down. cut it down here. And in the past, sometimes I thought, oh, maybe I cut it too much, But anyway, let's see if I have my heart to cut it large branches out. I'm not going to cut it from down. No, maybe not. Anyway, I'm going to keep it for a while and let me think about that. But anyway, little branches here, I'm going to trim it. And this side doesn't have much any branches from this side. So I'm trying to cut it for the bud facing on this side. So in the future, the little bud here can send a shoot and I got the branches facing on more further this way. So it looks a little bit more equal. And this one too, this I want the bud maybe facing either this way or that way. Maybe I just trim this way. So this one facing that way. The other one over here, this one I want it facing this way. So in the future, the branches facing out and they're shooting out this way. And so it could look much better. And this one as well, I'm not going to take all the main branches down. I just trim the side branches here and of course facing the different way. Which way should I go actually? Actually, maybe I'm going to go with this one. You can see quite hard. Oh. Okay, and this one, I'm going to cut it this way actually. Do you think that could be too much? Okay. Anyway, give you the update in the future to see how they do. Because it could be better for them. Anyway, nice it. I think they look much better. And they got sturdier branch. Okay. And this one the same as well. I'm gonna trim it. This here, the butt here, facing this way. And now, quite a good time to prune your apple tree and pear tree. So if you live in the same area like I do, and good time to prune them now. And this one I want to prune this way because you can see I got a little bud here facing out this way. And this one as well. You can maybe laugh at me. I prune it too much. But anyway, I'm going to prune it to frame it, And it can be better. Otherwise, they keep growing, and in few more years, you don't have a heart to cut all those big branches down. Because for my plum tree in the past as well, I didn't prune it that much. And then after that, I was so sad when I have to trim all those big branches down. Okay, that's one. Oh, it looks tiny. Oh my god. Anyway, so that's what I normally recommend you to do actually. Just frame the branches and make the branches go much bigger and thicker. So because all of it they can frame, the structure for your plants. So if you don't prune it and they keep growing very spindly, and then the branch is very small, and when you have several foot on, then the branch is just leaning down, bending over. This is the garlic bed that I've been talking about. In the future, I'm gonna plant two. I'm gonna move the apple tree in this garden bed once the garlic done. And I still have a chance to plant something like underneath the apple tree, like when the pear tree in the garden beds, because the tree will take few years for them to fruit and get big and and shade anything else at the base. So during few years or in the meantime, I still can plant something underneath them. Anyway, so for me, going up planting bare-rooted fruit tree, the first thing is when your parcel arrive, move the parcel in the shady area and don't let the parcel sit under the sun, or even you soak your tree, put your tree in the shady area as well. And when you plant your fruit tree in the ground or in container, always keep an eye on them, water them very often. So my two apple tree, they are in container. I water them at least every second day in my area. But if you live in a little bit warmer climate, you might have water them every day for at least 1 or 2 weeks, and after that you can reduce the frequency of the watering. And the other thing about the soil, for me, most of the fruit trees they prefer slightly acidic to neutral soil. Some trees though they can tolerate a little bit more slightly alkaline soil, but not definitely like not too alkaline. Because most of the fruit trees they don't like alkaline soil. So mindful about that. Even like when you just move into the new property or somewhere, or even you try some new soil, example new potting mix, and always test the pH level, because fruit trees they normally don't like the soil too alkaline. And the sun, make sure you plant your fruit tree in full sun area. 8 hour direct sunlight is a minimum. If you have more sun, that can be better for them. This area here I got about 10 or 12 hours of direct sunlight, so I'm not going to worry about the sun either. And I always have a drip irrigation like on the garden bed already. You can see on the drip everywhere over here, but the tree here I don't have drip for them yet. I can put the connection here to water the tree here, but I know a few more months I'm gonna move them in the garden bed anyway, so I'm not gonna do that. I just keep watering them by my hand. Yeah, so I think that's it actually. That's all my tips how to grow or how to plant successfully bare-rooted fruit trees. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it helpful, and see you next one. Bye bye.